Let me tell you guys why I initially left Dubai. So a lot of you may not know this, but I was actually born and brought up. So I grew up in Dubai in the Middle East before I moved to the US. And I left Dubai in 2013 to move to Irvine, California in 2013, which is about 8 years ago. And basically, my goal was I was going to leave California, move to Dubai. Leave Dubai, move to California and live my life there, better my life there. I'm a Yemeni citizen, so I wasn't from Dubai, even though I was born there. That's not the way citizenship works there. And so for my wife and kids, I decided, you know what? I wanted them to be US citizens. I wanted them to have better opportunities than I did growing up as a child. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to move to the US. Now, for those of you who don't know, Dubai is very, very restricted. It's not restricted anymore. Of course, it's a different city than it was when I left. They've opened up all these new visas, all these new, incentives for people to come in and do business there. But back when I left, that wasn't the case. You needed a sponsor to do business. You needed people, and those sponsors, by the way, had to be Emirati as well, which means those sponsors had to be locals to the United Arab Emirates, and they would control, or they would have a majority stake in your business, meaning that even though it was your business, other people controlled it. And we had very limited occupation. So if you wanted to be like a real estate developer, it was very difficult to do that. You had to go through a process. It was a very painful process. And it was just very difficult at that time to do business at that large scale. Now, I had huge dreams, huge ambitions, a huge drive, mega drive. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to try my luck here in America and I'm going to see how far I get. Of course, another thing about Dubai that a lot of people don't know is that most real estate transactions happen without debt. So there's a lot of debt that goes on for the local community, for the Emirati community, but for the expat community, meaning people who are just transiting, living in Dubai temporarily, even if that was 30 years like me, you're still temporary, and then moving out, there was no real debt structure at that time. And that meant that you had to either come up with the cash, you had to come up with investments or investors to deal with your issues, deal with your projects. And that was kind of the case that I was in. I had a lot of investors. We invested a lot in real estate. Unfortunately, in 2008, all of that really just took effect. And the recession, the 2008 real estate bubble recession, really impacted Dubai greatly. A lot of people left. I know a lot of you may have heard of these exotic cars being abandoned and multi-million-dollar apartments or real estate projects just abandoned without electricity. Now, of course, all of those have come back online. The government took control of all of those, built them out. But 2008 in Dubai was very difficult. Now, I stuck around during that time because I didn't owe anybody anything. There was no reason for me to go anywhere. I left Dubai in 2013 when the market started to recover. Now, as the market recovered, I realized that although it's recovering, it would never recover to the point where it was pre-2008, meaning like 2007 and whatever. So I decided at that point, I need to go find opportunity. I had read this beautiful book by Robert Kiyosaki in which he talked all about how you can leverage, banks' money and build real estate empires. And so I read that book. That was the first book I read cover to cover. And it was a beautiful book. At the time, I remember going and talking to all my friends, telling them, hey, I read this awesome book. I am going to go to America and do what Kiyosaki said. At the time, they all thought I was crazy because Dubai was really it's Dubai. So everything is grand, everything is luxury, everything is money. So my friends all thought I was crazy. And then somehow ended up coming here, followed the model, not to a T. I kind of adjusted it to my own and tweaked a few things to my benefit. And then 8 years later, sold a 9-figure real estate portfolio, which I'm really excited about. And now we're getting ready to build the next one. So I have done this before. This is my second time around. We're going to do good. We're going to do better. Not only are we going to do better this time around, I'm going to do it with a bunch of people around me. So as members of FSU, I'm taking thousands of members with me on this journey. And this time around, we're all going to do it together. We already are 100 members strong, and the program only started 90 days ago. So I'm really excited for them. I'm really excited for myself because not only am I helping them build, I am also actively building all of these flex spaces myself. And my goal is for 2023, I'm saying this now in this video, if you guys are hearing this, you can hold me accountable if you don't touch it. My goal is by 2023, I do want to reach at least $500 million in flex space developments all over the country. I would like to go for $1 billion. I think that could happen. I'm not going to say it can't, but it is super ambitious. I'm going to attempt for $1 billion, but I'm going to get to $500 million in 2023. 2023 is going to be a tough year for a lot of people, but for us and what we are doing, and because the asset class is so unique and so new, I think we will definitely get there. And the best part is we can get there together.